Good evening. Tensions are soaring in the Middle East tonight as Iran considers how to retaliate following major U.S.-led airstrikes on its nuclear facilities. On June 22nd, American and Israeli forces carried out a high-stakes military operation, striking key Iranian nuclear sites at Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. Over 75 precision munitions and more than 24 Tomahawk missiles were launched in what the Pentagon has called a spectacular military success. The Fordow site, which is built deep beneath a mountain, is believed to have sustained serious damage. U.S. B-2 stealth bombers were deployed with heavy bunker-busting bombs in a move that marks the most significant Western strike against Iran since 1979. President Trump hailed the operation, warning Iran that further defiance will only bring consequences. Iran, meanwhile, in Tehran, Iranian leaders are weighing their options. The government has already launched missiles toward Israel, injuring civilians in Tel Aviv. But so far, Iran has stopped short of directly targeting U.S. bases. Analysts believe Iran's next move could involve missile strikes against U.S. military sites in the region, disruption of oil shipments by threatening to close the Strait of Hormuz, or indirect retaliation through regional proxy groups and cyber attacks. In Iran's parliament today, lawmakers voted to consider closing the Strait of Hormuz, a vital global oil passage, but the final decision remains in the hands of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei. Global oil prices surged to nearly $80 a barrel, and international airlines have begun rerouting flights to avoid Iranian airspace. Diplomats around the world are now scrambling to contain the fallout. Russia, China, and the United Nations have condemned the strikes and called for restraint. Iran's foreign minister is heading to Moscow for emergency talks with President Putin, but in Tehran, officials have made it clear there will be no diplomacy until there is retaliation. With U.S. bases across the Middle East now on high alert, the world watches and waits. What happens next could reshape the region and the global order for years to come. We'll continue to follow this developing story.
Stay tuned.